Wow, that's different. I really like that. Peychauds or Peychauds or Peychaud.
Yeah, now I'm gorgeous. Although probably fuzzier was better.
Okay, so this is not what I expected. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome. It's Thursday at 7:30. It's time to do a Bourbcast. Woo! And I'm doing one tonight that I've been wanting to do. I just, some of those ones that you kind of take for granted, you just kind of neglect. And the Evan Williams single barrel is one of them. Oh my God. That thing is on there serious. I know everybody says open it first, and I never do. Okay, it's just gonna be this way. There we go. Now I think I got a hold of it. Before, I just wanted to get it open, and it didn't turn out to be that easy. I had my choice tonight. This is the Evan Williams Single Barrel 2013, the vintage 2013, which means it hit the oak in 2013, and then it was finally bottled last November, September of 2021. Is that right? Is that right? July 2021, sorry. But I could have gone with the 2012, or I could have gone with the 2011. I have a little bit of all. I just haven't opened them. I don't imagine there's going to be a whole lot of difference. They're single barrel, but all of them throughout history have 86.6 proof. I mean, I went back looking all the way back to 2003 bottles that had been barreled in like 1993, 1995, came out in 2003. Those were 86.6. So they do kind of an interesting vintage thing. It's kind of modeled after wine, and we'll get into that here in just a second. First, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. Oh, by the way, before we even go there, it was funny. I was trying to wear a blue shirt. I got a new blue shirt that I was going to wear. I couldn't wear it because I'm using a chroma key. Now, for those of you who don't know what a chroma key is, it's very simply a green screen. So when I look at the green screen, so that's the difference. That's what we're doing here. So yeah, just wanted it to look kind of cool. So we have a nice little backdrop, but because of that, I can't wear green and I can't wear blue. Matter of fact, we had the Stranahans out here last week, and parts of the bottle were reflecting the green screen, and parts of the bottle disappeared in the green screen. I didn't realize it until I rewatched it. It was really funny. The other thing I want to do is introduce you to a new friend of mine. This is my bottle of Vavoom vodka. I talked about it on Northwest Ohio Bourbon Enthusiasts, but I hadn't talked about it much here. Some people have the type that it lights up underneath, and the only way I can do that is to like light it up underneath like that. It's kind of cool though, isn't it? And it actually reminds me of a friend of mine. But she's gorgeous. This was designed in Italy. I haven't opened it yet. I'm going to do that soon. I'm going to probably find a special vodka occasion to open that, and we'll get into some Vavoom vodka. And I'll finally be able to give them kind of my impressions of what I think of it too, because they keep emailing me and saying, "Do you like it? Do you like it?" Because it's an award-winning vodka, and of course an award-winning bottle design. But I haven't tried it yet, so that's coming. Okay, Evan Williams. We're going to get to this. We're going to give it a proper tasting. It's one of my favorite pours. Always is. It ebbs and flows on availability. Tonight somebody was asking about it, and there's quite a few places in Northwest Ohio, Toledo, Maumee, Perrysburg, Findlay, Tiffin, even a couple of other places that have it. But we don't know that for sure. The OHLQ website isn't exactly 100% on all the time. So we'll just kind of play it by ear. We're simulcasting tonight, I think. I haven't checked the other page, but I think we're simulcasting tonight with two different pages, which will be cool. The Beautiful Bourbon page and a group that I admin with the Northwest Ohio Bourbon Enthusiasts, so that's fun. All right, so let's get that open up. Okay, let it breathe just a little bit here in my glass. We're going to do this with a proper Glencairn. I have found that there are certain types of bourbons that I like better than others. I'm sure you're the same. But the ones that have the more traditional notes of caramel and vanilla and marshmallow and toasted cereal, maybe, you know, those types of things, vanilla, honey, those are the ones that I find that I like the best. When I try something that's off the reservation, like, I thought it was sitting here, I must have moved it. Well, one of those would be like the Tin Cup, the Stranahan's. I had it here. It's gone. I was going to show you the Horse Soldier again that we tried a couple of weeks ago, and then retried again last week. But you know, some of those are just different, and you like to get back to what you like. You know, so the Buffalo Trace products, Evan Williams, I haven't had one yet. I didn't like. The Old Foresters, they all have this profile that have a definite similarity, and sometimes when you just move off of that a little bit, you're like, do I like it? And yeah, you might not. The horse Soldier I didn't like at first. It was okay. The second time I tried it, it was a little bit better. I let it sit a week. So, that's the signature, by the way. The Horse Soldier, I can't say it. I haven't even drank anything yet. The Horse Soldier signature. Man, oh man. So the Evan Williams, this is, it's got the vintage thing, and the vintage thing is something that kind of, they took after wine, French wine particularly. You know, it's often said that, what is it, that 1939 was the worst all-time vintage for the French wines, because 1939 is when the Germans invaded France. But similarly, the 1945 was the best year for wine, because that's when World War II ended. So the vintage thing, it tends to be a personal thing. Like if you had a child born, or you met the love of your life, or you graduated, or you know, something. The dates matter as far as the vintage goes, and I see that all the time. People want a single barrel dump date because their kid was born, or they met somebody, or they stopped smoking, or they got their degree, or whatever the thing is. They like to commemorate that with a bottle. Well, I have a 2011, 2012, and 2013, and the only thing that I hope is that these bottles will be better than the last 2 years that we've all shared together. Okay. What else can I tell you about Evan Williams? Let's see. So this bottle was barreled September 4th, 2013. It's barrel number 814. It's almost an 8-year. These had gone for 10 years in the past, but now they're about a 7-8 year bourbon. This is, again, hoping something good come out of 2021, because that's when this was bottled. Not a hottie, only 86.6 proof. Again, that goes way back in the history. It goes a long way back. But there are a lot of things besides proof that help a bourbon find its way to being lovable. And again, some of that's time in the bottle. You know, these bourbons that are aged 4 or 5 years, I find them always a little more harsh than those that have been sitting in the barrel for 7, 8, 9, 10 years or more. And this has been in there for a while, so that's maybe why I like this one so much. It's smooth, but we're going to get into that now. All right. So, if it turns out that I have the Rona again, I got a text today from my personal trainer who said that she tested positive, and she and I were just together yesterday. Now, we keep our distance, but who knows? So this may be the last time I smell bourbon. Last time, I got it in August of 2020, and I couldn't smell bourbon for a while. And I couldn't taste it right either, but I tried. So she's got a mild case. I've already had it. I don't anticipate having it, but we'll see. Yeah, see, the cinnamon notes, that honey, that vanilla just leaps out at you, that caramel. It's oaky, which I like. I like a nice oaky nose. It's got a slight fruit note. I'm going to say apple. Maybe a little banana, just a little. Yeah, that's got a really nice, very fragrant nose. Some of them you got to stick your nose right down in the glass and really huff, especially when they're lower proof. 80, 82 proof. This is only 86, and I'm getting great nose out of it. There is a little bit of a little bit of a rye grass in there too. Or maybe a cereal. The mash bill on this is 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% barley. So, it's not a high rye or anything, but it definitely has nice balanced rye notes. As I understand it, maybe not all Evan Williams products, but this, I don't know about this one. Some Evan Williams products go through both carbon and chill filtering. And I think Michter's is like that too. I don't know about this bottle for sure. I may be able to tell by the mouthfeel. All right, let's give it that, shall we? I hope you're drinking along with me. Like I said, I made some recommendations, hoping that some people would go get this and drink along with me. So, here's to you. Okay, so this one, it's been a while since I've had it. The lower proof is giving me a really slow bloom. For those of you who haven't seen a Bourbcast before, I'm on the Beautiful Bourbon page on my phone here. So if anybody is making any comments or saying anything, I can't see it. So if you want to go to Beautiful Bourbon, I'll be able to see your comments and see who's there. If you're watching on Northwest Ohio Bourbon Enthusiasts, thank you. I just can't see who's there, and I can't see your comments. So you may want to move over to Beautiful Bourbon so I can see what you have to say. The bloom on this, the bloom is that burn that starts in the center of your tongue and may or may not walk out from there. The bloom on this is very, very slow. It finally hit the back of my tongue after about 10 seconds. The mouthfeel on it is just slightly thin, and that can be possibly because of its lower proof and its low bloom. I don't know. It's not real thin. I've had other ones that I didn't like real well. It's got a nice flavor to it. Let's go for number 2 here. Yeah, the flavors in there are nicely balanced. I'm getting honey. I'm getting cereal. Definitely a splash of vanilla and caramel. There's some cinnamon on the back end. It's not as pronounced. A little pepper. I'm getting that rye cereal note. It's just really tasty. It's a really tasty bottle or a pour, and I guess I didn't remember. It's been so long since I've had this. I didn't remember how thin the mouthfeel was. I'm a little bit surprised by it. But I think that's going to be probably a proof thing because everything else is nice and complex. There's tons of flavor in this. Sometimes the mouthfeel improves with water. Let's get it one more of these. Yeah, I'm getting a little citrus. That's delicious. A little citrus on the roof of my mouth and the back. Just a little orange peel. Really nice. All right. And yeah, still a little thin for the mouth, which I don't remember that being the case. But it's been a while. I've had this is Bourbcast number 77. I've had 76 other bourbons other than this over the last year that help keep me I guess, distracted away from the bottles that I've always just known and loved. This has always been kind of a top 10 bottle. I think it's going to, because of the mouthfeel, it's going to lower itself to a top 15. I've found some since then that I really, really like, that have impressed me. And this one still impresses me. I love this one. And maybe that's just sentimentality talking. But this is just one I've always loved, and it used to be in my top 5. I think top 15 because of mouthfeel, but it's just delicious either way. Let's add some water to it. Not that I want to bring down the proof, but I want to improve the viscosity. I want to give it a little bit of thickness, which this doesn't seem to have. Okay. I got the opportunity. I was at a funeral on Monday, and here I was. And I know it sounds awful to say that as an opportunity, but it kind of turned out to be one. It was kind of cool. After the funeral was over, here I was dressed all to the nines. I had my suit jacket on, a black shirt underneath it. I really looked pretty damn good, I tell you. And I was coming home, and I stopped by this store. I passed by this store hundreds of times. Well, finally, they just put an OHLQ sign up, which told me it's a liquor store. It's like, that's a liquor store? I always thought it was like just a carry-out with soda and beer and things like that. But so I stopped in there, and I walked to the back, and the bourbons were all the way in the back. Okay. And it was not a very big store, small store, but still. There was a couple back there, and they were going through the different products, and they were trying to make some decisions. Well, I'm a certified bourbon steward, and I got the opportunity to talk to them. And we ended up talking for about 20 minutes, going about bourbons. And the guy knew his stuff. He had tasted a fair amount of bourbons himself, and he knew about mash bills. And I'm like, well, shoot, what am I talking to you for? I could learn from you. But it turned out really cool, and it was fun just to be able to put that bourbon steward certification to good practice. And I, because I'm a bourbon steward, I was able to go on the official social networking of the bourbon stewards. And I was talking to them about it, and everybody said, oh, that's so great that you got to practice your craft, except for one dude who said, why'd you have to come to Facebook to crow about it? Are you that proud? It's like, aren't you? You need some joy in your life, dude. If bourbon doesn't bring you joy, you're doing it wrong. All right, here we go. I only added about a half ounce of water. Oh, but the difference that made, woo, nice. Now it can go back up into my top 10. The mouthfeel, the syrupiness has definitely improved. The viscosity of it, it's given it some body that it didn't have before. Some of the ethanol is knocked down, but not really a lot because it's, like I said, only about a half ounce. If that. Maybe a quarter ounce of water is all I put in it. The flavors are still there. Everything's popping. The only thing that's really gone is the burn. And the burn really wasn't there to begin with, that bloom. I used to scoff at the idea of adding water to my bourbon. I had a friend of mine that swears by it. And I'm like, no. Well, I will tell you that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. This time it did. Okay, so we did the neat. We did it on water. The next test is on an ice sphere. Now, for those of you who are regular to Beautiful Bourbon, you'll know that I use ice spheres often. I love these gorgeous clear ice spheres. I have one mold that does 2 ice spheres and another one that does 7. That's the Wintersmiths. That one isn't quite as idiot-proof as the one that you can only do 2. But the result is magnificent. I love the spheres on both of those devices. Wintersmiths also has a 4 sphere configuration that is available. I've thought about getting that just to bridge the gap between the 2 and the 7. But there's other molds that are available for my my maker. Like here's one that does a whole bunch of little ones. And it's green, so you can't see it. I keyed out the green. Oh, that's so funny. So now we have to go back over to the other camera so you can see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, that's funny. So yeah, so so yeah, that's the one part of the mold, and then here's the other half of the mold, and it just kind of goes together, and then you stick it down in the water and you freeze it, and that's that. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. You gotta admit, this is prettier, but the other one a little more practical. All right, you got it on this ice sphere. It's gorgeous, just clear as can be. You can see through it. I bet if I turned it the other way, I'd be a lot thinner. Or not, or the other way around. I don't know, it's kind of funny. I wonder what it is. All right, we'll get this cooled down a little bit. I'm not somebody who typically likes bourbon on ice. There are some that I like better, and the Horse Soldier Signature was one of those. I have a few in me, now I can say Signature. Huh. The Horse Soldier was one that I actually really liked better on ice than anything else. It really brought out flavors that it didn't have neat or on water. But those are few and far between. All right, on ice. Isn't this a cool little old-fashioned glass? Found this, it's vintage. I found it on an online seller. I had this one and I had another one that were smaller yet, but they're smoky on the bottom. I just like collecting different glasses. These are cool. Okay, so on ice. Let's get back to the matter at hand, shall we? Yeah, it's good. It didn't really lose a whole lot. The cinnamon is still there. Definitely I'm getting those caramels. Don't mind me. It's an experiment. You know how much everybody loves science these days. Science! I'm conducting a scientific experiment. For those of you new to the show, you're going to find that there's not a whole lot of things that we talk about other than the bourbon. You know, I'll tell stories about experiences and whatever else, but I don't go into sales pitches, and I don't talk politics, and I don't talk about things that take us outside of why we're here. So I do like making the cocktails. We're going to try one tonight. I'm a little nervous about it, and I shouldn't be because it's simple. But it has one component that just, I haven't practiced it. So, all right, here we go. One more time. Yeah, the flavors are muted as you might expect, being on an ice sphere. But the ice sphere is going to be in such a thing that it's not going to melt fast. It's not going to dilute the drink too fast. It is going to cool it down, and just cooling it down mutes the flavors some. It didn't mute it much. I mean, it's holding up, and that's one of the things that I like about some bourbons. I tried Blade and Bow. Everybody's talking about Blade and Bow. Oh, should I buy Blade and Bow? Yeah, buy it. It's good, neat. You put it on ice, falls flat, disappears. I was not impressed. This one is holding up. I like that. Yeah, it's bringing out some other notes too. I got like a slight hint of tobacco on that one. The honey, I want to say honeycomb. A little different than honey itself, just a little bit earthier, but it holds up. All right, so once again, not that you have any doubt, but this is definitely a bottle I can recommend. I really like Evan Williams Single Barrel. On a little water, that surprised me because I remember just loving it so much. And that was early on in my bourbon journey, though. So I've had so many other ones that in comparison, neat, the mouthfeel was a little bit lacking. But on water, that mouthfeel came back. It didn't kill the ethanol that much. The flavors bounced out. It was good. So now it's cocktail time. Cocktail time! Oh, it's cocktail time! Whoa, whoa. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that. All right, so we're going to do something called a sidecar. And this one might put me under the table. We'll see. So it all starts off with the lemon. So I'll tell you what, we're just going to do it. Going to need that. And I don't need that. I am going to need this. So we're just going to start off with a lemon peel. I was going to carve the lemon, but now I don't think I will. I had it right the first time. There we go. That's much better. I'm still going to need to cut the lemon up. So we're going to go around the glass with this lemon peel. And then we take a powdered sugar. I've not done this before. This is why I'm nervous. Attach it to that lemon around the glass. You can do this with granular sugar too. It just needs to be really small as far as the granular sugar. So I thought the powdered sugar might be better. I might be wrong. It's holding on there though, so okay. Let that sit aside. Don't need that no more. No more. No more. Bring out the old mixing glass, where we will add some crushed ice. Unanimous. We'll add 2 ounces of the Evan Williams. This might work out okay. Why was I so nervous? Ha ha ha! I just spilled it on myself. It splashed. And then, oh my God! Oh, like, jeez, oh Freddy! Ah, this is stuck shut. I think I just hurt myself. Good night. Oh, I got it. Whew. Whew. I have like 3 bottles of triple sec. I just happen to have this one, so this is the one that's open, so I'm using it. Golly. There we go. I'm gonna have to wash the top of that bottle tonight. And then that's when we get into the lemon. Yeah. All right, I'll use this half. And we'll just kind of get about 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice down in there. This is spurting everywhere. Lemon porn. Sorry. All right, get that out of the way. Give that a nice stir. And then strain that into this glass, this beautiful glass that I've coated with sugar. And this is called a sidecar, made with Evan Williams single barrel. Move that knife so I don't take something off that I don't want taken off. You should make this. That's delicious. That's very good. I can think of some ways that I can adapt the recipe. I think a touch of honey, just a smidge, might be really tasty. But I could be thinking that because I made dinner tonight and I had honey in the recipe. I love honey. A lot. I was so ticked off. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to put this in it. I was so ticked when Kentucky Fried Chicken moved from actual honey to honey sauce. Anyway. Yeah, that's a sidecar. That's good. Got to kind of move around to find the sugar on the rim. But I don't think you'd want to go too far with that. I'm not a big sugar guy. It's okay with like a simple syrup, but adding it to the rim of things, if it's not a lot, then it's okay. This is not a lot. It turned out about right. I can see where if I dip this in lemon juice, like you would a margarita, right? Just dip it down there and then dip it in the sugar, that would be too much. But having a little sugar in the bottom and then just, rotating the glass so the sugar kind of touches the edge of the glass, that'd be all right. Very good. All right. I like it. Evan Williams, the single barrel. So far, I have not tasted anything from Evan Williams I haven't liked. There are some things I haven't tasted from Evan Williams, like their flavored whiskeys. I haven't tasted those yet. I have some, the peach, the honey, but I haven't dared to taste them yet because I like the taste of whiskey. I did try the Knob Creek smoked maple. You better love maple and you better love smoke. It was good over pancakes. All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for checking us out. I didn't see any comments on the Beautiful Bourbon page, so hopefully they're coming through on the other page that we're simulcasting to. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. This is a lot of fun for me, and I do this every Thursday at 7:30. So find us on Instagram at Beautiful Bourbon. I do have a blog that I'm trying so hard to get updated, beautifulbourbon.com. I'm trying to put these on YouTube as we go along. And, of course, here you are on the Facebook page and group. So thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And we will see you around the ranch. Take care. We'll see you next Thursday.